Awo ya you. You will lay a desire. Then I do a drag power. President Gay, via Yatia, this again. I say, oh, me, I'm right. And by doing you, I'm a part of my trade there. Well, you'll learn it goes away. Alas, I will that Gianna, we say you. Papa Mora, get me up when anywhere, Momba Sivole. L'arrangeur parmi national, très trop fort. Puis à club, mais on va essayer de sauver des jours. À moi, ça y faut. Bien, bien. Tu vas pas blesser, tu vas pas pour mon yao. Papa, n'y a guitare. Petit, blazo fait son lit. Kaidaka. Bena baya posa gogo mambo panjagu Apo blo akafoi Wa apo zanyo kafoi Be afonte mwa bandi yopo kleju kiye Nyonjo si mwen Bosko kata tuyo kwe atinyo diyo Emo o Nese toka Is a coco, where they have it. Go on, yeah, I can't salute. What's what you got to your way? I think you're the one. Emo, Nesetoka. Now, with is a coco, where they have it. Go on, yeah, can you get? Now, conquering your bed when I know South Fabian. Yeah, I do what you just grab it to work. Say your book on ya. Are you a no? Saibo Bodakiano, and we say you over. I want to you come on, need a boy. And yes, I'm going to buy them with Mwege. Hey, Imo, the Magay, one, what I guess me, I'm done, and in the well. Oh, ow. Bobo that Kiano and we say you so like it tampo when you never boy. Netoni and Rayo. Hey, are you? Opo Gregor say, oh yeah, I'm a walking ever. Kaidaka, when it was to work out of net in the York of way. I just know. This is what I say. Bobo, yeah. You like do I get more by one name on tele ye by Potamu, Tanyada. Planning Papa, Winnie Gasia, Baka on Lage, the Puesipo, the PSCB. The 10 years ago, you can up one, there was a ball, was a dress, you, Mammo, Palipo, Dekiano, and I will say you over. I will. Saibo. Back to a blank blade, so say. I just want to lay a bat to an apple, you see you okay. Wait, yo, Ivo, Saibo Boba. Engage the Banglo, where John B. Banglo. On the Kriana walk like a bad day, noir. So I said. So now, when you're naturally stand, clever Sule. Bobo that Kiano and I will say you over. I'm done it. So walk away and no Rosso, Cape Rosso, South Africa, your part, your way. Thank you for your walk there and my one. I'm the Pope and Yaguba. Don't feel it, I say, oh, Clavodio. Say, back in where we are coming. Say, Bobo that Kiano and I will say you over. Aba pepo swelu ninde swelu Kwa muzelu mange dota siko bala Kabo wase Pepo swelu muzo bluke Say yare ase Panye ino Gen mwande ye Nyo pample yote mwamle ni anao Ariwo ase o Panye Amo amora da o Saibo de Kiano and I will say you. I wish a rule of the open. Saibo, 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 Saibo de Kiano and I will say you. Mop Madame Le Maire, read on your man, the room. When you know I say, is it Mayo? That was a yes, you also won't when you Amora Ginola.
Saying stuff. Good evening. Let me start over. Good evening, folks. Thank you for joining us again tonight. We appreciate all of you that joining. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. We are so happy to be here again with you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I sent a link out to all of the analysts, and I hope they will be able to join me again tonight to have a wonderful, wonderful show. That's what we do here every night. We come out here and have conversation with you. Make sure that our conversation having to be the way you want it to be. You have the right, and you must disagree with us at all costs. Doesn't matter. We're not bigger than anything else. We don't claim to have all of the wisdom, but we do have some wisdom. But thank you for joining us again, folks. It's a wonderful thing to be here with you. Those of you that are watching, please share this video, share it to as many people as possible. It's important you do that because we want our other brothers and sisters that we are not able to reach, unable to reach them. We're asking you to use your wisdom and share this video to them. You now become our conduit for us to reach the brothers and sisters that we are not able to reach tonight. Wonderful, 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 wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank God for that. Safety, safety, Lord Jesus. Want to thank you again this evening as we come before you, my Lord. We ask that you continue to guide us. We ask that you continue to bless us. We ask that you continue to give us long life. My Lord, we ask again for those brothers and sisters that are still unable to find their footing and join the rest of the community as they used to be because they do not have peace in their life. We say, my Lord, provide a peace for them. We ask you, my Lord, those brothers and sisters, for some whatever circumstances they're facing tonight that is not good for them in terms of health and anything else they have. My Lord, come in, come in, come in, and take complete control. We believe in you. We know you have the power to do it. We know you have done it before, and we know you will do it. And that's why we come to you in this public manner to ask that our brothers and sisters be free through you. Yes. Those of us that believe in you, we know your capability. We want to thank you for the opportunity you give us. We want to thank you for everything that you are giving us and continue to give us. We ask that you continue to bless us, give us long life. Yes. Yes. Because of you, we are here. And because of you, we will be here again tomorrow. My Lord, as we get ready to travel again tomorrow to go see family members in the East Coast, we put ourselves and all our travel in your hand, that you will be able to provide a travel mercy on us as we travel. We put ourselves in your hand. Guide us through the traveling process because you have the ability to do so. My Lord, we ask that the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the President of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, extend his life. Whatever he touches in the interest of the Liberian people, yes, indeed, his hand will be blessed by you. Whichever door he knocks, my Lord, open the door in the interest of the Liberian people. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Your time is the best. We're not rushing. Your time is the best. And we will wait on your time because I know once you say go, it's a blessing. Thank you. My Lord, we ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. With this we say, amen. Amen. Thank you. Again, folks, Samson told Labrador Public Radio. want to thank all of you again tonight for tuning in. We want to thank you very much to say, let's go ahead and start the show. The show is on. The show is on. And those of you that are the analysts out there, join me, join me, join me. Don't be afraid of me. Just join me. The liberal, the liberal. You come here, you talk about that. You want to say that so bamboo divacola. But I love Jerry. Jerry is the type of person you can engage peacefully. You know, he will dig in you and throw some punches, hard punches. But don't mind it. He talks soft, but when he ready to give it, he give it hard. That's what we want. But anyhow, thank you, folks. We will be talking about Liberia here. It's a wonderful thing to be here again tonight with you guys. But let's go back to what is happening in Liberia. My understanding, the Supreme Court, and I'm going to predict it. I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on TV. I'm not a medical doctor, but I play one on TV. I'm not an engineer, but I play one on TV. So all of those professionals, I'm not, but I play one on TV. I'm entitled to my view. You know that. You know that. You know that I'm entitled to my view. You can't bar me from speaking my mind. And because I don't agree with you, there's no kumbaya here. I'm entitled to my view. And sometimes some of my view can be so ridiculous, but I'm entitled to it. Well, because my view are ridiculous, I mean I'm not entitled to it. Who gives you that right to determine what my view is supposed to be? I'm entitled to it. That's the greater things about the democracy that we live in. Every one of us have opinion, and I can express my as long as my opinion when I'm expressing it. First thing, I must do it with respect. Second, I must do it with responsibility. Third, I must allow other people to disagree with me. That's what we do. Good evening, son. That's what we do. I'm going to see your brother and sister then tomorrow. You were yelling. They must say, well, you know why I was there. I'm the block who I don't get along with any of them. You know that. You know, man. So I'm going over there to your Uncle Joe, to your Uncle Ivy, to your Auntie B. I'm going over there to your Auntie Mama, all of them. I get there, I'm the king. I'm the king. I get there. Tomorrow evening, I get there. First thing is, you collect, you bring the moolah. The king have arrived. I give you one story here, and son, Archibald, just listen to this. So when your uncle and your auntie, then when they got here, long time ago, my dad had passed, but my mom was still alive. So I had a company, a construction company. So I employed my sister, my brother, then to work. So I'm supposed to pay them. Well, so I'm supposed to pay each of them 500, 600, something a week. But I will count the 20 3 times. So I hold the 20 like this. I say, yeah, blah, blah, blah. That 3 or that 60. I want 20, $120. I got it 3 times. That 60, I got it again. Before you know, the 500, I swear to God, I get that 150, the other one I put in my pocket. The liberal. Then they go good. But then they go complain to my mom. The way it sounds, I said, you don't want to resign from our company? No. But then what are you complaining for? Why are you complaining? Samson too. After some time, they say, no, we don't want to work with you again. They left. And then the rest is history. My brother, they're all doing great now. Their kids are doing great. And one of my son over there, Ajibor, you need to check with T-Boy. He's doing good. He's doing real excellent. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing good. From what I'm seeing, I think he's doing good. But anyhow, let's get back to the show, folks. So I will be broadcasting from the East on Thursday. On Thursday, I will be broadcasting from the East Coast, most likely from Ohio, Canton, Ohio. I will be broadcasting from there, and hopefully, we will have some wonderful, wonderful conversation. But let me go on again tonight. Last night we were here. Let me call my son to give me water to drink. We got coming to talk some serious tabata. Now the baby. Yeah, you know, Ajibo, the only person. I hope my sister not listening because I want her to hear it. The only person who I go carry way to I can take down a little bit the Esther because she too she don't take mess. I bring it, she give it. She don't care. She give it. She said you because when we were little in the town, right? So I mean I'm older than them. So, but I don't want them when I'm playing drum. Because I used to be the drummer in the town. So when I'm playing drum, I don't want them to dance. I would play drum. My sister then like, I was talking about stupid person, and that used to piss them up because when I play drum, they kick them out. Never more to come. But anyway, let's get back. So yesterday on here on the show, we were here having some discussion. Oh, yeah, my little sister. Yeah. Anyway, so when we were on here last night, I what's wrong with the glass? Okay, all right. Hold on, guys. Hold on. But wait now, because yeah, I can't talk to somebody. Oh, yeah, folks, y'all got to agree with me. Tomorrow I'm going out of town. Y'all got to, give me some latitude here. But let's get back. So yesterday I was out here criticizing the president and the behavior of the folks um, that work with him. And I say, and I still say that all of these things. Now, let me make some clarification. Thank you. Oh, the other total man, what kind of business is it? They bought from total Taiwan. You ain't coming giving out time to them. But anyhow, let me get back to the story. Let me make this clear. My criticism of the president last night, it is not based on the fact that he's the president of the Republic of Liberia. No. My criticism is based on the fact that I consider him the father of the nation. There's two different things. He's the president of the Republic of Liberia. The Constitution by him forbade him to get involved into any other matter of the other branch of government. So for me to suggest yesterday that the president must get himself involved, strictly because I feel that he's the father of the nation. And as the father of the nation, none of these things. Glasses I got on to the next. I can see myself 2 times. Man, please give me the real one. See, when I take out the glasses, I can't even see set. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now this is a bluffing glasses now. But let's get back to it. So when I said yesterday, the president, all of these things, he brought it on himself. I'm saying at that time, and today I say, because he's the father of the nation. As president of the Republic of Liberia, if I take that father of the nation title from him and make him the president of the Republic of Liberia, he cannot and he must not get involved in any kind of squabble, whatever it is, in the in the House of Representatives or any of the other branch. However, we know the presidency, the power of the presidency of the Republic of Liberia. We know that we're not fooled. When the president speaks, nobody else said nothing. You cannot argue. You cannot disagree. And so we're so much blessed so far that we have these presidents that will come in and they are very measured in what they pronounce and what they say out there. But take, for example, I go to Liberia and the president you're grabbing, they will grab me. There's no two-way street around it. They will not say courthouse or something. They may say, I say you're grabbing, they will grab me. That's how powerful the presidency is in the Republic of Liberia. So my argument yesterday of saying that President Bakar brought this on himself is because I feel within myself that he is the father of the nation. And he had demonstrated that. Look at the statement he made when the Capitol got on fire. What did he say? We're not going to allow hooligans in this country. He spoke as the father of the nation. Because as president of the Republic of Liberia, if you make that kind of statement, they will ask you, who are the hooligans? Nobody asked him. He made that statement, he left. Look at the other statement he made in Norfolk County. If you're going to steal, you're paraphrasing that. If you're going to steal, you make sure our people enjoy your stealing here in this country. That's the father of the nation. As president of the Republic of Liberia, if you make that kind of statement, who are those that are stealing and they are not in jail, Mr. President? We will ask him that. So I'm giving you this example that he has been playing the fatherly role all of the time. All of the time. Except, and this is what I disagree with the president. And who am I to disagree with the president? Please, something they don't even know me, sir, but that's okay. But I'm allowed to express myself. I'm allowed to say I don't agree with it. But when you think that Unity Party buy me a couple of rest, I come in trouble tomorrow. I'm going to my brothers and sisters. When I go back home, my sister watching me right now. When I go back home, fire, my pot boiling in total right away. You think that Unity Party are dependent to eat? That why my not speak my mind? Man, I beg you, man. So let's get back to it. Okay. Now, yesterday, and ever since the Kofa debacle started, I felt within myself that the president has not lived up to that creed that I have put him in, father of the nation. So I felt like the president is telling me, I will play fatherly role when it suit me, suit him, the president. And I will play presidential role when it suit me, him, the president. No, we can't do that. Especially, Mr. President, when the issue is affecting your ability to lead, we know you can lead. We're nobody questioning your leadership ability. I will not question your leadership ability. And that's why I stood up here on this platform over and over, night after night, campaigning publicly, dancing publicly, because I know you have the ability to lead. But when you have these kinds of issues that are bringing your ability to lead, bringing it down, look at the good news coming all over. Roads, people are being connected all over. I'm an engineer, roadway engineer. You would think I would have that opportunity to start explaining the road process in Liberia, the building process in Liberia. You think if I take 2 hours and explain to the people of the Republic of Liberia how the roads in Liberia are being built based on my own roadway design experience, you think people will not pay attention to your ability to lead? But what are we glued to? What are we discussing? We're not discussing your good news. We are discussing things that people are doing that is not right. And to make it worse, many of the people that people have high regard for, they are on the side of the wrong deal. Okay? RJ, sir, if you don't temper your language, we will try to excuse you. You can speak your mind, but we don't call people stupid here. I'm the only person that's supposed to say it. When I say it to myself. I don't say it to other people. So please join us. We appreciate you. Not that you don't have anything else to do. We appreciate you coming to watch us. Thank you very much for making comment and your contribution. But you are an educated person and you know very well what to say in public. Please, let's speak with respect. Thank you very much. Let me go on. So I'm saying to the president, in this type of situation, you know how to play the father. You have been playing fatherly role forever. We know that. Jojo did that. Not the only children you got. You got all of us. If I were to go to Liberia right now, I get in trouble. I'll say, Uncle, what they call you? Everybody call you Uncle Joe. Everybody call you Uncle Joe. Where is that feeling now? Where? That you will say, even if the Supreme Court have gotten you angry, oh man, Father, you're still the father of the nation. And you will sit there and let these people put you in a bubble. They not only put you in a bubble so that they will continue with the corrupt behavior to steal, but they put you in a bubble even when the conflict is happening. Where the President Bakai, Uncle Bakai, Uncle Joe, Father Bakai, President, Father of the nation, where the fanatic Kofa goes wrong with you? Tell us. I have not seen it. Yes, they say fanatic Kofa does not no longer enjoy the respect of his group, which is fine. You can say that. They say Frantic Kofa is no longer he's not going to be a good speaker because nobody want to sit on it. That's fine. But if Frantic Kofa tells you, President Wakai, I thought you were going to be ahead of this thing because you came in and told us it is not about me. You said it is about the future of the Republic of Liberia. You said. And if Frantic Kofa is trying to lay that feature out, don't you think you're supposed to gravitate towards that? So if Representative Kuhn and the rest of it, if they are successful in removing and have pressure and Frantic Kofa resign, is it how you want the House of Representatives to select their leaders? By pressuring that person to resign? When they stated clearly that in order for the person to be removed, there are mechanisms that put in place. President Bakai, those who wrote the Constitution, some of them are your friends. Were your friends. Those who wrote the Constitution, some of them were your friends. You drink water with them. You know them well, President Bakai. These are not people, the people that wrote the Constitution. They are not, they only, I don't know exactly why you are not even part of that group. Because many of the people, they are not educated more than you. You and them about the same level. So you know these people that wrote the Constitution. You know them. So they put those things in there, and I'm sure you have conversation with them. I also want to believe that when the time came for ratification, you were one of those who reviewed the Constitution. You don't have to be a lawyer to understand that. Okay? He does not, you have the ability to understand that. And so when you came at the time to remove the most popular Liberian among us alive, The only person who popular than President we are that Winnie Boto, but Winnie Boto is not with us anymore. The most popular person to come and remove him. Liberians believe in you because you told them it is not about me. I am here to build a structure, and I respect that, and I get that because the structure was not put in place after the war. And you say we will put in place structure to make sure that these corrupt behavior are limited, that transparency become part of the structure, that rule and law become part of respecting the rule and law become part of the structure. And yet now that you have gotten a position, why was it that you, as the father of the nation, you have played that role before? Not once, not two, more than three times? Because the statement you made those days, the statement that was made by you, those are not statements a president of the Republic of Liberia will make casually, unless the president is the father of the nation. And you were speaking from that perspective. But on this particular issue, you decided being the father of the nation was not enough. So I felt that, okay, because as president of the Republic of Liberia, you have no business, none whatsoever. I got that. None whatsoever to meddle into the people business. As president of the Republic of Liberia, you stay in your line. The Constitution forbade you to get involved into any kind of business outside in the people house business. Nothing. That's not your problem. But as a father of the nation, it is your job. It is your responsibility because you told us you were coming to build the structure of the Republic of Liberia. You didn't. It's not because you want to condemn. Let me bring Jerry. Jerry, back on. Good evening. We're on it again tonight. Thank you for joining me. Get your ammunition shopping and come and condemn me as usual. And I'll be ready for that. I'm ready for you. And like I said, I hope I can come on 7 days a week where you and myself get Bamboo Divacola. I like it. And I was just telling the people, yeah, folks, this is the Jerry Bacon that I was talking about. Those of you that don't know, this is my co-host. Here myself on this issue, we don't agree. And you always see how ridiculous he will be here tonight. And I'll be ridiculous more as well. But let me go on. So the issue now, Jerry, is this. The issue for me is this. The president, in this situation, decided to be president of the Republic of Liberia. I respect that. But if you're going to be president of the Republic of Liberia, be president of the Republic of Liberia throughout. You cannot come out. 1 minute Samson told consider your action the father of the nation. Another minute, you said, no, I'm going to be president. This is confusing. Now, lastly, before I bring in Jerry, who will counteract here tonight, who has become a counterweight, and I see why Mr. So don't even want to come on anymore because Jerry is not representing that faction now, but so be it. So the issue now is, let me say this, then I'll bring in Jerry. Okay? Let me say this here. The president, in this situation, told us that he's coming not to bluff. He's coming not to wear $1 million clothes. He's come. All that people shoe business they talk about that yama. The men who want to dress for real, that he don't want to wear that kind of shoe there. The shoe he wearing. That shoe president of the Republic. That shoe, that kind of shoe the men to wear. President, you go ask Joy Weir. How many times you can change sneakers a day when you're president? What kind of shoe you are wearing? I beg you, man. But anyway, that's not about it. We'll come back to that. He said he was not here to bluff, but to redeem Liberia, to build structure for Liberia by providing the rescue train that will provide the avenue for younger Liberians to have a place in this republic, to be able to do things that is within the confines of the law. And Kofa put his head up and said, I will do that. I will set an example. They have the right to remove him. But Kofa told them, you want to remove me? Follow the rule. I'm very sorry that Kofa, if I were advising Kofa, I would say I will quote the president. In that statement, you want to remove me, follow the rule. President Baka says. And Kofa did that. But out of a sudden, President Baka was now on board with this new structure that he said he wanted to provide. The structure of making sure that people stay within the law. He decided to deviate from that. And so the question for me is, should I say now that the president wants to be the father of the nation when it suits him and wants to be the president of the Republic of Liberia when it suits him? Again, folks, these are my own opinion. I'm entitled to it. These are my views. I'm entitled to it. You can disagree with me, and I ask you to disagree with me. Vehemently disagree with me. But let's do it with respect. Let's hear from you, Jerry. Thank you for gentlemen. We'll be leaving here. But by this time tomorrow, I'll be in Ohio. Let's hear from you, Jerry.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever you are listening. The man from B and Doru. Well. You know the man I said one more from the senior. 2 time and it B and Doru used to be on the same 2 time, the Bazon district.
Did you go to school in Tabata? Did you go to school in Tabata?
A little bit.
How long were you? Yes. How long were you in Tabata? How long were you there?
Maybe like a year. I think 2 years. 2 years in Tabata.
Okay.
At that time,
I have my cousin that went to school in Tabata calling Jerry Bade.
Jerry Bade, I know. Yeah, that means yeah. I will ask my little brother probably.
Yeah, but he used to play football with he's in Canada now, my cousin. But go ahead.
Oh, I talked to him.
Oh,
I got his number here. Yeah,
oh, okay. Jerry Bade, yes.
Yeah, Jerry Bade, yeah. You're a strong supporter of the Unity
CDC.
Party.
CDC. Yeah, that one of them. Yeah, that's him.
But anyway, today, you, Mr. Toro, I don't know what you improvising, or did you write this thing down before you come on the air to say, or you just say because you need to say? Mr. Waka is in the lane, the way he wants to say. To say he's a father of the nation. Let me say this to you, Mr. Tebo, Your Excellency, Chairman of the board. That's
when you come in chairman, they come into BB Tawata now. Go ahead.
Chairman of the board for Liberia Public Radio Station. You know, change comes with pain. Change because business are unusual, and people don't use to this thing. And Mr. Baka is not a man that will go with a wing. He sees it, and he says it as he sees it. And change is not easy because it's the norm. The way people used to do things, Baka is not doing it. Baka preparing the Liberian people, though. Yeah, it's the law. The man respect the rule of law, and you follow the rule of law. For you to say, oh, you're not following the rule of law, because listen to the Liberian Bar Association today. What is it?
Oh, Jerry, I don't believe you would touch that guy.
Huh?
I don't believe you would touch that guy. That guy is so much in the hole. You don't put him here because
no, listen. These are
by
the
end of this week, he will be on the other side. He will be
down.
Listen,
no. But you see, one thing about law.
Go ahead. Quote your man. We'll come back and establish that. Go ahead, quote him.
I'm not quoting him. I'm just saying what he said. I'm not saying this is what his position. As a president, he had a right. The same way you have a right to say what you just said, the same way you have a right. He's the president of the Liberian Bar Association. Can you imagine?
My comment was not based on the fact that I'm the board chair. I don't say I'm board chair. That was he said
no. I'm not saying because you're board chair. I say I'm addressing you as a board chair.
I know. I said when I make my opinion here, I'm not
It's like,
making it as a board chair or LPR. I'm making it as Samson to the private citizen. Go ahead. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
eh, look, let me say this to you. You are Samson too, but you play your dual three roles in your life. When Samson was born, they said we had a boy child. Okay? When you become a boy child, then you become a husband. When you become a husband, then you become a father. So, but you are the same man. I hope you're listening and listening well. Our audience is listening. So we all play that three dual role in our lifestyle. Samson is son, the same way when your daughter was born, probably she married now or she got her own family, or your son. The first when your daughter was born, you say, oh, I get a daughter. Then she became a wife, then she became a mother. Her title changed, but she stayed the same person. You see Samson too. You stay the same person. But when you come home, your wife will tell you, say, oh, my husband, I can't. The children say, daddy, I can't. Then your mom or your father then will say, our son. So you are one, but you're playing a three role. The same thing with the president. He's the father of the land. At the same time, he's the president of the Republic of Liberia. So I want you to get it, man. That's what I just put out three countries to you. Eh?
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Eh?
Go ahead. I wish
Look,
I agree with you on all of them.
okay? Look at what Mr. Barker has done. Look at Freeport, the road in Freeport. The paved. The road from Kanta to Tapeta is already fixed. So from when you're ready to go to Grand now, you don't have to do it before next year end. Your road will be in Grand, you'll be in Swedru. So he's making it. He said, listen, I will work with the quorum. There's nothing wrong with it. And we always have the quorum. You, as a former president or partisan, when you go to a meeting, what do you say? Do we have a quorum to have a meeting? If you don't have a quorum, you can't have a meeting. As a board chair, you gotta have a quorum. Maybe you have 10, you're gonna have a maybe 6 or 7. Yeah, let's say 7. You can have a meeting to be able to make decision. And he said, I will work with a quorum. Full stop. And he make his decision. So I don't see, that's what I'm saying, because we don't use the kind of lifestyle. And Mr. Walker is changing the trajectory of Liberia people and say, listen, yes, this is what it is. You see, this is what I was saying on the show. What happened to Liberia is important. We are learning. Democracy is, it is coming at the speed of lightning in Liberia. We didn't used to it. And we got to learn how to get adapt to it. Because new business as usual. And the president said, you know what? He came. That's why he said, think Liberia, build Liberia, and love Liberia. And he will execute it as a person, as a father. And you play it. And there's some, as a father, there's some time you make decision. It's not popular, but you are doing it for longevity. And the president making the decision. And Liberia people are getting used to it. People say, oh, you should have not said this. No, law is propagated. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. The Bible you read, there's an interpretation. If you read maybe John 3:16, God loved the world, somebody will interpret it a different way. It doesn't mean that it is right or the way it was written, but based upon the intellectual ability to analyze it and give the way they want to say. So Mr. Booker is in the confine of the Constitution and say, I will work with the quorum. Whoever the co-file have the quorum, I'll work with Kun, I'll work with him. Yesterday you make available all because the Kun has security protection because he majority. And tomorrow is he out? The majority is not there anymore. If Mr. Okufa have the majority, he will get the same protection. So
Thank you.
where are we?
Thank
That's
you.
your question. You always ask question. Where are we?
Thank you.
It's a new something that happening in our country today, and we're not used to this kind of thing.
Thank you. I agree with you on so many of your points tonight, and I disagree with you on many of your major points. Now, let me say this here quite frankly, and let me say it very quickly. I am glad that this impasse is happening on President Baka's watch. Any other person will have much more issue than what we have now. That I can give the president.
Thank you.
He's a peaceful person, and so nobody dare to go passing and start any foolishness. But let me vehemently express my disagreement with you on so many issues. You told us, Jerry, that when you were born, you said, they say it's a boy. When you grow up, you say you marry, husband. After that, you say you become a father. So you're playing three roles. And those three roles, each of these roles are assigned with a specific tax. I know you will agree with me.
Exactly.
Being a father, the application and the tax to be a father is not the same tax it is as to be a husband. So let's put that aside. However, Jerry, my argument here is this. President Buckeye, and I recognize that. That's the point that I was making. President Buckeye is the father of the nation. President Buckeye is the president of the nation, Republic of Liberia. And for me, I will limit that to two. Now,
And Boka is an individual.
Buckeye is an individual. Yes, I agree. But here's the issue here. When President Buckeye went to Lofa County and made that statement, and I'm paraphrasing, if you're going to steal, you make sure our people benefit from your stealing. President of the country, if you have identified people stealing, those people need to be punished. But as a father of the nation, punishment is not the thing. It's the advice that you give to those people. And when he made that statement, he made it strictly based on the fact that he, at that time, considered himself the father of the nation. We're doing anything here, and you're stealing. You make sure you're stealing, you're doing here. You make sure our people benefit. That's how the father would talk to their kids or anybody who is not listening to them. He has the power to identify the thieves. He has the power to punish the thieves. He didn't take that route. He took the route as the father of the nation to advise. One. During the fire crisis at the Capitol building, he said we cannot and we will not tolerate, and I'm paraphrasing again, hooligans in this country. As a president of the Republic of Liberia, in order for you to make those statements, you have already gotten information from your national security and the police to say that yes, these things were done by hooligans. And as a president of the Republic of Liberia, you will have that information. When you make those kinds of pronouncement, the information will already be coming from those who are responsible to identify hooligans in our country. But as a father of the nation, you don't need any of that. Because you're angry. You are there to build. You are there to put in place structure where young Liberians will be able to use that structure to build a country. And in the process, you are building a country, building the structure. And so when you come up, we're here trying to do good to build this country. And people are trying to tear that. We will not tolerate any kind of hooliganism in this country. That's the father of the nation. Okay. Let's go to the current situation, Gary. The current situation, and I've already explained myself that if he has the right to choose which way he wants to go. And he chose to be president of the Republic of Liberia. And as president of the Republic of Liberia, He is forbidden. He is forbidden to participate, to even get involved in any kind of conflict at the House of Representatives. Three branches of government, separate but equal. You can't get involved in the other people's stuff if you are not invited. And so by him standing aside, good. Now, my argument, Terry, join me, Rescue 2, join. Let's sing this song. Don't stay back there and start preaching on me. I beg you. Join me. But my thing is this. When it started, and I'll say again, I said it yesterday, I'll say again. When it started, President Baka had Flanty Kofa hand under his arm, traveling with him. Because Flanty Kofa is just like a son to him. Now, I don't mean literally holding Flanty Kofa hands. But as they go places from town to town, this is my speaker. I'm the president. The president is here. He's here with his speaker. The president is here. He's here with his speaker. They are not nobody. The news, if you are to listen to the news, they didn't say President Baga Unity Party president is here. CDC speaker is here. No, the president of the Republic of Liberia is traveling with the speaker of the Republic of Liberia. President Bakai, if he were to say no to Flanty Kofa would not have traveled with him. But because he agreed for Flanty Kofa to travel with him, in order for you to allow somebody to travel with you, first of all, as president and as speaker, you know there's something in there for both of you to travel as one, to show to the outside world that you, as the father of the nation, have everything under control. Look at the young man who is a speaker. He's an opposition speaker, but I'm traveling with him. I am building my nation. Now, when this incident happened, what was his statement to Flanty Kofa? I'm not going to repeat that again. I've said it yesterday. I'm not going to go through that again. Now, after that is done, you come back. What is the role now? Are we going to, do we expect to see? And that was my disappointment, because I was expecting to see Father of the Nation emerge out of this. We're not going to have this kinds of stuff in this country. You have the right to remove this man, but follow the rules. And this is what I said earlier, and I will say it again. President Baka knows many of those people that wrote that Constitution, 1986 Constitution. And many of those people that wrote that Constitution are not highly educated than President Baka. If anything, President Baka is educated more than them, more than some of them. He knows these people well. You can't tell me he doesn't know Kesseli. You can't tell me he doesn't know Dr. Sawyer. He knows these people very well. So even when the time came to ratify the Constitution, I'm sure President Baka was one of those. That many of these people that were writing the Constitution, when you write it, then you pass your draft to your friend there to red line here and there. I'm sure President Baka must have participated in that kind of exercises. So, Jerry, my point is this, and you guys can beat me on the head with it, and I will accept it. If President Baka chose to be the president of the Republic of Liberia, yes, he have to stay out of it. But if he chooses to be the father of the nation, he have to bring this thing to an end. This thing is dragging him down. You just told us, Jerry. But what context? What was the background when you told all this wonderful thing? That roads are being built. By next year, quota will be in Zadru. You just told us that. True statement. But what is the background? Background of confusion. It came out not because we were discussing it, but you tried to put some point to say, don't look here, look here. And that's my point. I don't even want to divide the look. I want you to just look here. Look what the president is doing. Look what this president is doing. But I'm saying, oh, you want to look on the confusion side. Look what a good thing, what the president. No, I don't want to split my eyes. So I'm saying again, the president cannot come out and decide to be president when it suits him, or decide to be the father of the nation when it suits him. Especially in this case, the international community is watching. Like Madam Sally used to be called economic graduate or what have you. President Waka is also being called Mr. Clean. He's well clean. He's not corrupt. If people will say corrupt because you got nothing else to say. And they say the man was sleeping. And they say the man not gonna make it past 6 months. He stay here. He kicking their butt every time, whenever there's an election. So they're not gonna say that again. But why give these people even the ammunition? Jerry, let me bring you in. My disagreement with you is the president should decide
But
which
you
way he's
see,
gonna go. Thank you.
Mr. Toy, you are confusing yourself.
Okay.
Here you are, you want a president to be presidential. Here you are, he will be the father of the nation.
No. You can't do this to me. You can't do that. I didn't say that.
What?
I said,
But you are
hold on.
listen,
No. You can't tell the
listen,
CDC politics. You can't bring a CDC. You said once a CDC is always a CDC. You can't bring
Oh
a
Lord.
CDC to me here right now.
Oh Lord, God have
Hold on.
mercy.
I said, President, my expectation
Thank you.
was for a president to act like a father of the nation that he's been doing before.
Thank you.
But at the same time, I recognize if he's going to be the president of the Republic of Liberia, that is the right. And if he's taking that role, that's fine.
That's what I'm just talking about.
Okay.
But listen, he's the father. That's why I say I gave you the scenario, but one individual, but you are in three, you holding three positions. Oh, he's the father of the nation. He understood that very well, and he knew where it was. And that's why he said, listen, here we are in this country. Here is the law, and I will bow by the law. But I'm going to work with this thing. First step, and that's why his decision. Look, let me say this. As a father or as a business person, you make decision based upon your intellect, and there's some decision you make to your children. They will say, Mommy, I don't want to talk to you, Daddy, I don't want to talk to you. But when time comes tomorrow, when they are benefiting, they say, wow, Daddy make a good decision. As the same thing as the president. Today, people might say, oh, Excellency, Mr. Wakai is side with you now following the Constitution. The Constitution has spoken. The Constitution has spoken. But don't forget.
What did the Constitution say, Jerry?
Yeah, and that's the Constitution. I mean, the Supreme Court.
That's fine. What did they say? What did they say?
What the Supreme Court recognized Mr. Kofa to be the legitimate speaker.
You're not just a security analyst. You know a little bit about the law as well. So when the Supreme Court rule in there like that, does that ruling forbid the executive from carrying out the ruling?
The Supreme Court don't dictate to the executive.
Okay.
They don't dictate to the executive.
But when they pass, I will push you. Let me push you some more.
The same way, hold on. The same way the executive don't dictate to the.
I understand that. You come in, and then we go CDC politics again. That CDC argument. That's how you used to argue. Let me ask you this.
No.
I will not let you finish. I will not let you finish. I will not let you finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So, the Supreme Court rule. Do you agree that the Supreme Court ruling, if the people have not gone back, and is it not a law?
It becomes a law of the land.
Okay.
It becomes a law of the land.
Mr. Vani Sharma, don't explain too much to me tonight. I've got CDC that Vani Sharma. But let me ask you this. So if it is the rule or law of the land, what is the responsibility of the executive, Jerry?
The
So
secretary.
right now, my question I'm asking you, let me
Listen,
say
no,
the credit.
listen, I'll
Let me
answer it.
say my question I'm asking you, let me say the credit. And I put aside President Baka being the father of the nation. I'm approaching it as President Baka, President of the Republic of Liberia. Now let's
Thank
go
you.
ahead. Let's hear
Okay,
from
let's
you.
go ahead. Let's dialogue. Let's dialogue. That's great. Let's go ahead.
So the
Let's
question
go
is,
ahead. Uh-huh.
if you agree with me that the
Mhm.
Supreme Court rule and their ruling was that Flaty Kofa is the speaker and is the law of the land, what is the responsibility of the executive branch?
The executive branch is not outside of the it's not outside of the horse. Bear in mind, it's still there's another branch of government that is standing within it.
Okay.
So it's not, hold on, it's not outside to say, okay, people demonstrating and the House of how you call it, the Supreme Court say the people need to be arrested or they need to be put to jail. That's the executive position. But the executive also have to bear in mind, be cautious about it, because the House of Representatives, they're independent body. He cannot
Okay.
go there.
So
Hold on, sir.
okay.
He cannot go there. He cannot go there and hand grab them and say, look, listen, Mr. Kuhn, Mr. Kofa, and Ewazi, that's their responsibility. It's
Okay.
something that they have to settle within their
I agree.
jurisdiction.
I agree. I'm not.
So
Don't
the president,
drag,
the president, the president, hmm?
don't drag no people in right now. We'll
The
get there.
president, no, the president cannot just go there. The
I
president
agree.
cannot just go there, like,
But
unilaterally.
you told us. So let me ask you this. I will come there. If don't bring them into this question I'm asking you again.
But
If the
that's the genesis. That's the genesis of the thing.
okay,
That's the
all
genesis
right,
before they
okay,
went to the
okay,
Supreme
that's fine.
Court.
If the Supreme Court rules
Mhm.
and you agree that they are ruling a law in the country, are these laws binding or not?
They have become the law of the land. I said it
Okay,
previously. I will say it again loud and clear.
if they become the law of the land,
Hmm.
if any other person violate that, whose
Yes,
responsibility it is to hold those
it's
people
the executive
accountable?
to execute our law.
Okay, so if this law is applying to the House of Representatives, you're saying then the executive, President Baka, will now deviate from the application of the law, from the enforcement of the law. Is that what you're telling us now?
Yeah, because you know what? It's
Okay.
another branches of government. If the Supreme Court had just said, Mr. Mr. John Doe, Mr. Smith, John Smith, is in grand jury, and you had to produce that man. They rid of couples for that reason, for that matter. If somebody that went to court and said you got to produce that man in court and blah blah blah, then the president have the right. But now the president cannot go to the House of Representatives and say carry the army or carry the police or carry anybody. No, he
So,
can't. He
so
can't.
when the
So he
president
can't.
went to the House of Representatives, when the fire was on, when the
Mhm.
president went there and made that statement,
Good.
does he have evidence as a president of the
Well,
country
listen,
that he
listen
did?
to the
No,
president.
hold on now. He went there, he made a statement, and he made reference to hooligans. Does he have evidence that indeed that was caused by hooligans in the country?
The president saying, listen, we're not going to allow criminals to
Okay,
intimidate us, to harass us. If
okay,
you are a criminal or you had a mind of commit any crime, you carry my administration to deal with. That's as simple as I say. So
okay.
you
I
don't have
agree.
to listen now. You don't have to hide evidence, but he's
Oh,
telling you.
oh,
Well,
okay. So as the president of the country,
hold on,
okay,
sir. Hold
all
on,
right,
sir.
okay.
As a president,
Mhm.
it's a deterrent that the president say, listen, if the president say if you commit a crime in this country, you will go.
He
No.
didn't say if.
Oh, wait a minute. I saying it for myself. As
Okay,
the
all right,
president.
okay, all right.
Hooligan or criminality or assault.
Mhm,
These people, if you attempt
mhm,
in Liberia
mhm.
to do such a thing, this is our sanctuary. And you
Okay,
come here and you're going to destroy it. You
mhm.
get to contend with me. As a
Okay.
president of the Republic of
I,
Liberia, I will
as
use former Arsenal. I mean, he didn't say that, but he's saying all the Wurugan, if you do such a thing, that's just what he was speaking about.
okay, I understand that. So
Listen to the president.
when the president made that statement,
Mhm.
He did not say if.
No, I mean
We
he didn't have to
we
use
will
because
not
if it's
we
public,
will
it's
not tolerate we will
mhm,
not tolerate hooliganism in this country.
mhm, yeah.
So
So that's
if
why
you
he's saying we're not,
hold
we're
on
not,
now, hold on,
listen now,
we're
hold on,
talking
hold on,
about
yeah.
specific. We are talking about a specific action. The house was burning, and if you come out as president of the Republic of Liberia
Mhm.
and you make that kinds of statement, that kinds of pronouncement, what do you think your citizen would take out of that?
I would make that same statement.
Yeah.
I would
But,
make that same
but you
statement.
got
Hold on.
citizens of the Republic of Liberia.
That's
You're
citizen of
leading
Republic of
there,
Liberia.
and you come
Listen,
out and say
yeah.
we will not
Mm-hmm.
tolerate
Mm-hmm.
hooliganism in this country. What do you want
That's
the
that's
citizen
it.
to take out of that?
That's in your preview as a president. I
I
will not.
understand that. I'm
But
not
listen,
disputing that.
but
I said
no,
you
but
tell
that's
me
it.
what
That
is the
means
interpretation
that means
from what
that
is
look.
the
Listen,
interpretation of the
listen.
statement?
That that's leave with you with how you want to interpret. But he's saying, I'm the president. I'm bound by the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia to protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. And if you think you want to come here to hold this in or whatever thing you want to do, it's not going to be allowed.
Thank you.
It's not going to be
Again,
allowed.
folks, if you're listening,
So you're
Samson
not
told
making a decision and say, just as said, so you'll take it away and run away with it and say, oh, the president got no evidence. The president don't have to have evidence. And he's saying there's a crime have been committed. Somebody bring up, in fact, even if you don't even go to arson school or you don't go to do criminal law, you don't do anything. It's a simple understanding. There's a crime have been committed for somebody to burn down the sanctuary of the great institution to burn it down. I mean, there's nothing else the president would have said better than that. So your hooligan, your team, you're coming here to come and destroy our country, even though they are citizens of the nation. But if you think you're going to destroy this country, I am not going to sit here and have it on my watch, and I will make sure that this person will be prosecuted, and we're going to do it. That's what the president is alluding
thank
to. So
you.
you don't have to have the evidence. Say, oh yes, the evidence, and we person have gone to court and wait until before if the president speak again and say, oh, the crime was committed, the one that attempted to burn the house down or they burn what the thing is, the Capitol building down. The president said anything. The president said it loud and clear, and see a preview to
Thank
say,
you.
you know what, we're not going to tolerate nonsense in the country.
Thank you.
Okay.
Again, folks, if you're listening and you're watching, this is Samson Told. The Libra is here this evening with my co-host, Bamboo Divine Cola tonight.
But
And
let me
Bamboo with Divine Cola tonight. We don't agree on a lot of stuff
but,
anyhow, but
but let me say this. Let me say, look, president will come and go. Mr. Buckeye, whether he run 2029 or he didn't run 2029, it's in your preview. The level of the brain pool that we're joining run down to 2029. He not saying I'm going to be king. He not declaring saying I'm going to be king for Republic of Liberia. No, he believe in the rule of law. He not saying I'm going to be king
thank
for
you.
life. Eh?
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thank you, Jerry. We appreciate it. Again, folks, Samson Told Labra Public. I'm here tonight with Jerry Bacon, who is the co-host of this program. He's my co-host, and we sit down here, and then all we try to do is have a conversation. We don't agree on this, but you see here we're having straight conversation as individual. So, Jerry, let me ask you then, where are we going with this now? What is the end game here? Let me ask you before we move on to the next subject matter.
Like what's going on with the House of Representatives and the
Yeah, yeah.
look, I have make my recommendation on numerous times. It is about time. Like I said, the three gentlemen, the Excellency, uh, the President, Mr. Kofa, and Mr. Kuhn. These are the key role players in the whole thing. It's about time for them to come together and let's put our selfish interest aside and let's come together as a person and as a leader. The people are looking up to us to make decisions. Look, let's be realistic here. 6 months, there's nothing good have been done for the country for the matter. The Liberia is at a standstill right now. So it's about time. Let us come together. Like Zach and Jiba said, let's get together. Sweet Liberia, let's get together.
Well,
Hmm?
Jerry,
Hmm?
you see, this is where I come out and accuse you and the president of picking side to suit you. If the president had come out, I believe, if the president had come out and become the father of the nation like he has done before, I think this thing would have been resolved by now. But let's leave it as that. Those are your view. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with you and the president view, but those are your view. You guys are the president is entitled to that. The Constitution. Let me say this again. If he's president of the Republic of Liberia, the Constitution forbid him to meddle into the affair of the House of Representatives, and he stayed within that line.
But
Fine.
that's what he's doing, Mr. Toll.
But
That's
in the process,
he has been because it's not going your way. It's not because it's not going your way. This is why the president you are doing. The president.
Jared,
No,
let
that's not how it works.
speak. But you
This
gotta
is
let
not
me
how it
speak.
works.
Why you so? My goodness, Moses, good evening. This is what Moses, good evening. I'm not too sure if you're able to settle this dispute here tonight, but we'll do our best. Moses, when you take your glasses, you can see you guys. Your eye will close.
I know, right?
Listen, he try to buy you so you can be here.
No. But let me say this. Let me say this, Jerry. Like I said, I don't agree with you and the president on this one yet. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let me say again: is the president right? If he's the president of the Republic of Liberia, which he is,
okay,
he cannot get involved into the House of Representatives issue. The Constitution.
Thank you.
Now,
thank you.
My thing is, why he's supposed to stay on his side, he has taken side. He has meddled into it by providing security, taking security away and giving security. That is not part of the Constitution.
What do you mean that's part of the Constitution? That's not making the president. He's a secretary.
The Constitution does not. There's nothing in the Constitution to say that the executive have to give security and this and that to social people. No, there's nothing in the Constitution that says that. These are things the executive does in order for those who are in leadership position to be saved. The Constitution says it is the responsibility of the executive to make sure that lives and property are secure in Liberia.
Thank you.
Now,
I salute with 10 fingers instead of 5. 10 fingers.
That's right. But here's the issue here. When you decide to pick and choose who's security, who's going to benefit from your security stuff, then it's an issue. But as president of the Republic of Liberia, he has the right to say, I don't want to meddle into it. If you're going to stay in that line, stay in that line. But don't be dog. You can't 1 minute you say I'm the father of the nation, and another minute, I'm the president of the Republic of Liberia. To pick the side, and then you think that's because the issue benefit that, you wear that cap. Let me go to Moses. Moses,
okay, before you come to Moses, give me 10 seconds. You see,
request denied. Request denied. Request denied, Jerry. Request denied.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Two things you are missing. You are missing morality with the law. That's two separate things. Morality and law.
I agree. But
if you want to go deep,
here's the thing, Jerry. It's the president who introduced that system to us. It's the president who decided to mix morality with the law when it suits him. And then he decided to separate when it suits him. That is my argument. That's been my argument all night. Let's bring in Moses. Moses, rescue 2, rescue 1 is calling you. Moses is here, and he's going to go on the security out of this side. Rescue 2, I cannot afford to be one here now.
Rescue you tonight.
Rescue
you on your own. You on your own.
Rescue 1 is calling.
You on your own. Rescue 2
you
is
gotta
denied.
join. Let's go. Let's hear from you, Moses.
I come and rescue. All right, Moses, I can hear you.
Good evening. How you doing?
Go ahead. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Libra. Hope all is well with everyone and their families, and I hope all is well with all of our distant listeners. I couldn't bear but come on the show when I heard you guys debating about the statement of the president calling and making a remark hooligancy. They're not going to tolerate any hooligans behavior in the country. And I think what he simply meant that anyone that commit a crime as chief executive who is given the right to enforce the law and to protect everybody in that country, the act of icing of fire in the Capitol was a crime. And I think he was referring to the part that, and I think he was right for saying that anyone who was going to be identified the perpetrator would be brought to justice. That was simply what I got from that. And I think he was right for saying that. My only thing is that they have not done their due diligence in the investigation because, number one, the evidence gathered, I don't know if they even gathered any evidence, number one. Number two is that people started going to the place. We tinted the case already. There were a lot of talks on the radio with interviews and this and that, and people getting arrested and giving different statements. And all of those things have been made public. So even if they find the perpetrator and go to court, it will be very difficult for them to have a jury of the peers of those accused to make assigned and independent decisions.
Why is that? Well, let me
because the magnitude of information and argument of the case has been polluted, has been tainted.
So when you say the pollution process, will you then include the pollution process with from the statement the president made?
What?
The statement the president made, is that part of the pollution process?
No, it's not.
Okay.
The president has the right to make that statement
because
he was saying there's no way they're going to tolerate any crime in the nation. So you have to be a hooligan to commit a deliberate crime against the people of Liberia. And that was a crime against the people of Liberia by burning down the people's building. And so he was right.
But let me push you a little bit, Mosi.
Yeah, push.
Was there any evidence provided to the president that indeed the burning of that building was criminal act?
Well, it didn't have to be because we knew it was criminal act.
How did you know that?
Because of the way the fire was set. There was a fire.
No, wait a minute. What's up?
That's what he said.
Okay, let me be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So my mom was burning fire in total. That
no, it's different from burning fire. That's a fire.
You see,
Mr. Toe, we've had many incidents of fire in the country prior to the Capitol burning.
Okay, but yes,
Atty Kofa's house being burned. Okay, and that is.
Are you? No. Let's forget about other examples.
No.
Just
brought total.
Hold on. Let's stick with this. Are you basing your evidence on the type of smoke you saw up there?
No. You listen to me. This building is the People's Building. Everything connected to the confusion, the chaos at the Capitol are things that are contributed, that we say can be contributed to the fire.
Can be. You don't know that for sure. Because you said can be.
Wait a minute now.
No, but you said can be. That means you don't know for sure.
Wait a minute. And that's why investigations takes place.
Yes.
And so,
but prior to the investigation,
if you would just listen, let me.
Yeah, but no. Most of we got to go one at a time. Prior to the investigation, the president have come out to make a statement.
When the body falls and there's a murder, they go and they see the body and they'll make sure to figure out if there was foul play. If there was foul play, then they tell you, say, it's on an investigation. If they suspect there was no foul play, they say, for now, we don't see any foul play.
Okay. I agree with your analysis.
Okay, hold up. I'm coming. Okay. 2 weeks prior to the fire in the Capitol.
No, don't jump here. Don't jump here. Let's nail this down, Mosi.
But
you have the ability to help me. But don't jump here. 2 weeks. No, let's forget about 2 weeks.
No.
Mosi, you said you told us. You told us there was a fire. And you also in your analysis, you said if there's a murder, the investigator comes and look at the body. based on their examination, initial examination, they can make a pronouncement whether it's a murder or nothing. Correct?
Foul play or
Whether it's a murder, foul play, whatever.
yes.
What in this situation?
Yes.
When were they determined that yes, this was a criminal act? What
Because
time?
I will
No,
tell you.
I didn't ask you for because. I asked you for
No,
time.
but
Well,
listen,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, go ahead. Let's
I'm
get
trying to tell you.
Let me say,
Wait,
hold on.
Jerry, wait 1 second. Jerry, wait 1 minute. Liberal, I don't know why people are ignorant of the facts when they blatant it in your faces. 2 weeks prior to, there was a fire in the very capital.
Okay.
And they said, well, they dropped electrical fire.
Okay.
The president did not make any remarks.
Okay.
Knowing the chaos and knowing the fire.
You come and break. And that one I like the one here. You
see,
come and break your own neck.
But why I can't finish?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The president said when the fire took place, he came there. Every one of them were there, including the legislators. He made a remark. Included in the remark, he was saying, because he had made a remark, if anyone was held responsible for it. Now, he concluded, he interacted.
You said he was concluding. You were getting ready to use the word concluding.
He inserted.
Okay. All right.
Conversation.
Okay. You're entitled to change. Go ahead.
That the country is not. So it was a warning.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Let me ask you one more question, then we can go to Jerry.
Listen, he was referring to anybody else out there
I agree.
who commit a crime.
I agree. Let me ask you one more question.
Will not tolerate anyone committing such crime.
I agree.
Stay with it.
I agree.
Not specific to the fire.
Okay, I agree. Let's go back. Just one question. Make it brief so we can go to Jerry.
Yes, sir.
And the question is, from your statement, you said 2 weeks prior,
there
was a fire in that same building.
There was fire in that same building.
But the cause of the fire,
they
said, no, hold on. According to you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but don't step ahead of me. You said,
I'm waiting.
Okay. In the cause of the fire, from the preliminary investigation, whatever you want to call it, that it was caused by electrical issue, brought the fire. The second fire now, you are now telling us, yes, you have excluded the electrical issue because there was some confusion in the Capitol building. Now, the confusion, does that equate to fire?
Well, let me say this. It's ironic that our Capitol was built over 60 years ago.
Oh.
No. Just listen to me.
You must say, but if you are in a courthouse, is that how you're going to answer the question?
I listen to you. You don't want to listen to me.
No, but is that how you're going to answer? I ask you one question.
I'm trying to answer your question.
Okay. But I ask one question.
So you're telling me you have an answer that you want me to give you?
No.
But that's what you're trying to do.
Okay, go around to Jesus Christ. Come back and tell me. All right, go ahead.
The electrical fire that said caused that building were questionable by some of us who worked in the area before.
Okay.
We questioned that also.
Okay.
But we couldn't speak on it.
Okay.
And then the second fire happened, and that blaze, from our own experiences, it looked like the
blaze of the fire. The blaze of the fire.
Wait a minute. We are not there to judge what's going on. Everybody came there. In fact, what happened is that I wish nobody had gone to the Capitol after the fire. And I was not too happy about that. That the president went there. The same thing happened when Fanati House caught on fire. And I was saying, I was upset that the very next morning, they had the president to tell you how the security had threatened the lives of the president. They had the president walk into a burnt building, not understanding that any of the walls could have been compromised and could have fallen. Nobody go into a burnt building.
Thank you.
So,
what happened here?
So what I'm trying to tell you is what the president was saying, that any crime committed in that country is not going to go uninvestigated and unprosecuted.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
what he
Let me
meant.
go. Let me go to Jared. Let me go to Jared. Thank you very much. We'll come back to you, Jared. Let me come to you, and both of you will be singing the same tune here because you're both are security analysts, and so you guys will be singing the same tune, which is okay with me. But
Well,
let me ask you this, Jared. Moses told us that 2 weeks prior there was a fire in the building, and the fire came because of, they believe, electrical fault or whatever.
allegedly.
Okay,
It's word.
allegedly. 2 weeks after that, the fire came. Moses said, based on the blaze of the fire, it's criminal. You know, and I know. Based on the blaze. That's why I said some of mom were burning on fire in total are criminal because the blaze there. Let me hear from you, Moses. Let me hear from you, Jared.
That's a ridiculous question to make comparison with somebody burning fan to that of a Duero area. That's totally out of control. I mean, that
Okay,
is
let's hear from you.
Building.
what?
Building.
That is ridiculous
Let's
question
hear from you. Let's
to
hear from
ask
you.
to ask such a question.
Mm,
Listen, this is a sanctuary. It was burned. Let me tell you something. Everybody are suspect until proven innocent. Let me make it clear. Where you work, if there's a morning student, everybody in that building, they are all suspects until they are eliminated.
Yep.
Period. Full stop.
Okay.
That's an awesome that happened. Everybody that was in that building before and after, they are all suspects. In the eyes of as an investigator, until we can eliminate you. Other than that, you are still a suspect. Down to the speaker, whether the speaker was there, he's not there. Everybody are suspect in the eyes of the investigator until we can prove you that Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C, you are eliminated. But how long you in that promise that day, those who enter, that these are some of the things some of we are recommended. Everybody that enter that building, that place need to have an entrance system and exit system. So that we know who are entering that building in the day, who are leave. These are the things that record will be kept for purposely for investigation.
That's also been Moses' argument about.
When these are some of the things we are recommended, I have recommended and say let the capital have our own police on our ground 365 days, 7 days a week, so that we know there will be accountability. The police people come and go. So, but here's the thing. Let me say this. Even your own dwelling home, when your house is burned today, you are a suspect in the eyes until the state marshal come and rule you out.
Thank you.
Bear with me.
Thank you. Moses, thank you. Are you done? Are you done?
No, I come in. I just want to lay.
Okay.
So in the eyes of the law, your dwelling home, if it's burned, you are a suspect until the state marshal will come and say, Mr. AYZ, he's not part of it, and they will find out the cost before, even if before they will pay you your insurance.
That now you ready to show up? The people finish divine my body. That now you ready to show up? I pick you. What can I rescue? What can I rescue do is it?
Mr. Toll, in the eyes of the law, let me say this very so if something happened within that house, the fire marshal will come and make sure that to do the investigation. Take for example, if somebody died in a house, the police will come and do the investigation, whether they were foul play or not foul play, before they say, okay, well, it's a natural death, or they'll go to coroner, will do the autopsy, everything, and say, okay, the person died. Especially when the person died in a house. I know it for fun in this country when somebody died in the house. So you are not innocent until they say it's a natural death. Then before they say, okay, you're free. But once they go to the hospital, it is a foul play. You are a suspect in that house until you are proven that part of it. So let's bear in mind. So what happened in that place there? It's a fire happening. Everybody are suspects.
Thank you.
Nobody is included.
Thank you. Terry, good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your plate?
Well, I was just listening to you guys fighting and all of that. They ring the battle.
Well, yeah, enjoy ourselves.
Mr. Bacon and the security analyst, Mr. Sigweden, they all entrapping themselves. I just listening to them entrapping themselves.
I'll say anything you.
Wait.
Because
The trapping ourselves.
Why you coming
Mr.
there? He
Bacon,
coming there.
previously he said, Sonny Mr. Bacon said, he said for 6 months, the country had not done anything. But then he said,
after the country had to stand still because of the question.
But we just had election, budget was passed, all those kind of things. Then he said the country had not done anything for 6 months, Mr. Bacon.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So the country, and Mr. Sigbe also said something concerning the fire, right? The president cannot get on the ground and accuse people when he have not
Mose, let him speak, please, guys. Let him
as
talk.
to whether if the fire was caused by arson yet. You can't say what you see is because you see the fire. So that means that it's a criminal something. That's something that happened. People have burned the place down right away. Then that is not. You have to first initiate an investigation, right?
But do you listen to me? What I just said?
Let him speak.
No, hold on, Gary and Mose, please. Okay, can you hold it, Mr. Pastor?
Gary, Mose, y'all hold on. Let him finish. I will give you the problem. Okay, go ahead, Terry. Go ahead.
Right, Terry.
So, Mr. Sigbe said the president had to take precaution because the ground was, that kind of way. So it means that something, the people have done something. So
it's a crime scene. It's a crime scene.
Hold on now.
But how do you determine that it's a crime scene? I agree.
That's what we determine.
No, hold on. Write down your question, Jerry. Write down your question.
Will you just jump and start accusing people already that you have not yet investigated to know whether if it was a criminal activity? You just jump up. That one Mr. Sigbe said from the first stage, he said that he don't think that the court will be able to adjudicate the case properly. I listened to you. I was listening to the show. But then later on, you follow labor, he put you in one leg corner again, he was choking you there, you keep up. But what I'm saying is, Mr. Bacon.
That's it.
They show
Hold on, please. We'll come to you. I'll give you 1 minute each to respond to him. Go ahead, Terry.
Well, anyway, I stood in a position wherein, the president might have been informed that such and such will happen. And this is the reason why the people don't believe that the fire incident was caused by arson, and people been arguing and people don't trust the process. Because, for me, I want to believe that the fire was an arson, and I want to believe that, that's why I said, from the fire incident, I said on this platform, from that day, I disqualify Fonati Kofa as speaker to me. To me, he's not, because I believe it was because of him that fire, that fire incident took place. That from there, I disown him, because in my mind, I didn't think he was the right person for the job.
Thank you.
Under his leadership, the fire, I think it was his fault.
Mose, you got 1 minute and 1 minute on it. Please make it brief. Quiet.
Let Jerry go first.
All right, Jerry, 1 minute and 1 minute on it, please.
Let me say this here, Mr. Reverend Dr. College. If
and I read to data. So
well, you will get there. If at all, God forbid, your church went down today, everybody in that church they are suspect until proven otherwise.
Thank you. Mose, go ahead. 1 minute.
I didn't even spend 10 seconds there, but that's fine. Everybody are suspects.
So everybody are hooligans.
If you want to call it hooligans, what I'm saying, if your church, let me say the church you are ministering today, if it's burned down, each one of you are suspect until we limit it is accidental something. But for now, you are a suspect. You as a pastor, probably who know your private life, you're doing something on that side, so we know we got to dig all behind you to find out all your daily activity before we can say the church burned down. It was accidental. It was caused by fire, or how you call it, accidental fire, and but everybody as a all the congregants in that church, all of you are suspect in the eyes of the law. Thank you.
Thank you. Moses, 1 minute, please. 1 minute on it.
Let me just say this to the Reverend. When we speak of some experiences that we have. Number one is that law enforcement police officers are trained to use discretion every minute, every second of the job. That means anything that happens, they have to use their discretion, their training, expertise to determine whether a crime was committed or crime was not committed. The war hooligancy was referring to the person, the alleged person, or the person who has not been identified as the criminal, or the criminal who committed the crime. So it didn't go to a particular person. He didn't call everybody in the place there hooligans. He said whoever committed this crime will be brought to justice. We're not going to allow any hooliganism around this place. By virtue of you being the chief executive and the highest law enforcement person in the country,
Thank you.
No, wait a minute.
I said 1 minute. You will agree on 1 minute.
All
1
right.
minute finish.
All right, let you go ahead. Gain the
minute.
1 minute, Moses. Let you go ahead. Gain the 1 minute.
1 minute finish, Moses.
No, it's only 20 seconds, sir.
Okay.
30 seconds. Okay, go ahead. You got another 20 seconds. Go ahead, quick.
You just took 10 seconds from me.
Okay, 30 seconds.
So the president had the right to say, and he said it generally to say
the filibuster on this show tonight. Not easy.
When they find who did that, that person will be brought to justice. That was a warning to everybody who has in the mind. And he said, we're not going to allow these kind of hooligan activity, crime in this nation. And he was right for making that comment.
Thank you.
I'm only saying that. What?
Inquiry.
Yeah.
Inquiry.
What's your inquiry?
Inquiry.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Go ahead, Terry.
So before
Moses, your
investigation,
time over.
No, but he asking me. He wanted to ask
asking him. I want to inquiry for you.
Go ahead.
So before the security have investigated, the president have already preempt. He have already predetermined, prejudged before investigation that that particular building was gutted by criminals.
Okay. So you asking me the question?
Yeah. So what you think about it as a security analyst?
Okay. What I think is that the president was speaking based on the advice from everybody around him. That is the representatives themselves. Because he had conversation with them before they all decided to conjugate. Based on the information he was bringing, and it happened here many times. The chief, the district attorney, when he goes out and said a crime is committed, they said we're gonna bring the people to justice. Whoever did this is gonna be brought to justice. They have not arrested anybody.
Thank you.
Okay,
Moses.
and so you give me a warning to the nation, so that they can't put this person in hiding. You know what happened? Well, let me just say this. You know what happened today at Delaware, the University of Delaware? Some people allegedly got in the U-Haul truck when they drove on the campus.
Killed 4 persons.
And killed 4 students. Yeah. And they got 2 suspects. They're looking for the other 2.
Thank you. Thank you, Moses. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Again, folks, if you're listening, Samson to Labrador Public Radio, I'm here tonight with Moses Sigwe, Jerry Barker, and Terry Collins. Now, when you guys were talking, I didn't say anything. Let me make my own now. Let me come now. Let me say something. Let me, your man interrupt me now.
But you said you didn't say nothing.
No, I'm trying to control the time. Now, okay, folks, you guys heard them with their ridiculous statement here tonight.
Oh, you alleging again?
No, let me finish. Your man interrupt me. When you were talking, I didn't say anything.
That's it.
You heard from the beginning, all of you heard the argument that I was making. That President Buckeye has demonstrated in the past to speak to the nation as father of the nation. But in this situation, President Buckeye decided to be president of the Republic of Liberia. And the difference here is when he's speaking to the nation as father of the nation, he will make some statement that will allow people to say, okay, he's speaking because he's the father of the nation. But when he's the president of the Republic of Liberia, those same statements, if he makes them, we will question it. And this is one of them. You can't have your cake and eat it too. 1 minute you say the man have the right, he's the president, he got the right to say this is this and this is that. Moses come out here and say based on the fire, the blaze of the fire that criminal. And that's why I said my mom burning fire like in total. But let me go on to say this. Look, on a very serious note, guys. When the president, I'm talking again as president of the Republic of Liberia, not the father of the nation. Hold on. The what?
What's the difference?
Can
you explain to me the difference?
Okay. As father of the nation, let me explain it again. As father of a nation, you will come and make statement that people will say he's angry because he's father of the nation. For example, as father of the nation, you can come out and say this stealing you're doing here, I hope my people benefit. The father of the nation. Because hold on now. As president of the Republic of Liberia, if you identify that people stealing, those people must be punished. But we will not push you because you're father of the nation, you're angry, and you want your children to hear your advice.
Can I respond?
Hold on, Moses, you're disturbing me now, man. Stealing is not good. So let me go ahead and say this.
Oh my goodness.
As president of the Republic of Liberia, when he went at the Capitol building, before they even started investigation, and you started identifying criminal based on blaze and the smoke and all that kind of good stuff, and the president came out and said, we will not tolerate hooligans in this place. I'm paraphrasing. You are now leading the investigation. You are telling your investigator what you want, what kinds of result you want. Unacceptable. When you come out and as a president, you will come out and make a statement. Because now, as president, people say, you have already been informed by the security apparatus that indeed this is an arsenal and it was done by hooligans. And you can't do that. Because you are now telling your investigator, this result is what I want. Yeah. And that's exactly my point here tonight.
All right, can I
no, we're moving on. We're moving on, Moses. We're with this topic. Moses, you're not gonna pass the sea of sea of what's the sea Jericho. You're not gonna pass the sea of Jericho tonight. Forget it.
Jericho.
Okay.
The Red Sea.
You're not gonna pass.
Without revenue, you're correcting.
You're not gonna. That your king. You got in that place. That Red Sea not gonna be part. Now let's move on. Okay, folks, against Samson to the probably don't have fun. Yeah. So anyway, let's move on. In fact, let me just open the line, guys. Let me open the lines and let's see if people will call in. Rescue, thank you for joining me. But while I'm opening the line, let me throw this out there and we'll start with a Rescue 2 to answer.
Oh.
He just coming. He got to enjoy small now.
You're really looking for an ally tonight.
No, but the man just coming. You got to enjoy small.
And the police come earlier. And the man
but you and Mr. Bacon, man, enjoying your
speaking of the facts. We're just based on our experience.
No, we're not disputing that.
Give it to Mr. Sigby.
Again, folks, that's the number. Give us a call. So, guys, as we're talking, when the call comes in, we're gonna have to stop our conversation. Let's take the call.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Terry. Let me ask you this, Terry, on a very serious note. We have this situation now. My understanding from talking to folks in Liberia that the president is trying hard to have these two people to understand that Liberia is bigger than any of them. Okay, let me take this call, guy. Samson to Liberia Public. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
How you doing, Mr. Toll, and all the brothers on the show tonight?
Thank you.
How you doing?
Thank you. Let's hear from you.
Yes, I've been listening. I've been watching and listening to you and Mr. Bako and
Moses.
Moses Sibwe.
Yes.
Mr. Sibwe. The thing there is that the president we have, he's a person who been around the government setting for a long period of time. So if you see the man making a lot of mistakes and then you try to put a defense for all the mistakes, it is not a help to the president. It's better that you call the president out of all of those mistakes. There are a lot of mistakes that are going on. As the father of a nation or as the leader of the country, you have to lead the country peacefully. You know, we don't need confusion in Liberia, especially on older men with all the experience and a lot of mistakes happening. I heard you talking about, let's say, the Capitol building fire issue. And you want to put a defense that the president had advice from other people before he could call the fire. The fire was caused by hooligan. That alone, everybody around the world or people who know about African power, that alone will tell people that, hey, the president is witch hunting. You know that there was a confusion already into the Capitol building. People are fighting over speakership. And the place got on fire. Then the president got on the scene. People already accusing him of taking Funatiko Kofa to room and honor caught him. And the Capitol building got on fire. Then he said that a bunch of hooligans that did that. So all of these things, and just look at what's going on right now. The Supreme Court ruled, and then he said, well, I will go with Quran. I will make business with Quran. So, you know, just call a spell a spell. Let the people know that, yes, you are right. You are a good panelist. Thank you.
Thank you. And they are. They come here to tell us, to give us their view. And a very good panelist. We always have the best here. Let me go to you, Terry, while I'm waiting for other caller. Let me go to you, Terry. I heard that the president is trying to advise the two gentlemen that Liberia is bigger than them and that they need to put themselves together. And it seemed to me, Jesus. Okay. I will hold on my topic and let me just finish the call. Caller, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Hello?
Yeah. Why?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I said why? What you want?
Okay, this is Biggie. Thank you for the show. You know, sometimes someone will be busy, no way to call, but sometimes when you hear something, they want your body to be issue. Listen, Mr. Bago and Moses. Moses, for you, I'm not expecting you to say anything different. At least Bago, so now you can try to be neutral, but so now it's spirit, then you can be that.
The spirit and what kind of spirit?
When will you be neutral?
Mr. Bago is not a seminar. It's not a seminar. When you at home, when anything happening in the house, they will tell everybody. Everybody will be suspect. Then be fair in your neutrality as a policeman.
I didn't say that.
The case have been going on. Have you heard any of those Nigerian black? They kill people that were in our house, in our building. Have you heard about them? Did you saw them call one of them? Investigation?
Now I know who talking.
And you're saying that the president get information that went in a statement. Look, some of these things now when you're doing it can be very heavy. You are the lawmaker. Policeman, as a policeman. Investigation. Before investigation. before he made statement. The president made statement before the delegation. He take a statement. He said, they inform him. He didn't inform him. He did not make statement over the delegation. The same thing happened to the president. We have all death. The man said, oh, it's going to be a government involvement. It was talk about it. Now, for now, it's different. You're turning right. The man said corruption in Labrador, in Labrador family, is not corruption. It is sincere. People like that know the truth and turn it around. Like you promise.
Thank you.
The girl want to say the banana Labrador be developed. Corruption not nothing.
Thank you.
Corrupt.
Thank you. Thank you. That is the voice of Breakable. Guys, give us a call here. We got about 2 more calls to go. But Terry and I think all 3 of you can help me on this one here. So I think I'll just bring the call business to an end now tonight. So let's start with you, Terry. The president is trying to bring this thing here to an end. Do you think it's possible now for this thing to come to an end logically with a conclusion that will allow face saving, Flanty save face, Coon save face? Okay, hold on 1 minute. Oh, okay, let me take this in. Samson to Labrador Publico. Go ahead, talk to me.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Toh. How you doing?
Thank you.
I know tonight the water dry, the fish eat. The butcher now fight for it.
I got a call for backup.
And the everything what do you do? Nobody want to succumb. But the topic of discussion tonight is very, very important topic tonight. And I bring you because as a leader of the nation, no leader will ever allow their government getting to be in chaos, especially when the country is noisy. And sometimes we are partisan, we should be able to get to tell people the truth. But for the Tikofa against the government, but for the Tikofa not working with the government, no. Every little bill that from the executive that got to the floor for the Tikofa got on the floor. Because if you invite somebody to travel with you, and the person travel with you in that period, the other man, the police decide to go against him, and as a leader, you not step in, definitely the man will feel betrayed. That's what happened between the president and Fonati Kofa. So the mediation thing are going on now, mediation between Kun and Kofa. To me, it's a good thing that the people come together and get in and put Liberia first, regardless of the position. Because if their country go to chaos tomorrow, the nation will remember the both of them, Kun and Kofa.
Yes.
I think the condition of our country, our father, he should play the father, fatherly role, because you as a twin mother, you can't lay down one side. Thank you for the show, Mr. Toh.
Thank you. And that will be the end of the call tonight. We will be back here on Thursday, going live from Ohio, from Ohio, Canton, Ohio. Let me start with you, Terry, and use this opportunity to give us your closing as well. And then we just go around the room so we get out of here on time tonight. The president, my understanding, is now trying to bring this thing here to a logical conclusion where you will have face-saving movement. Flantikova have a face-saving, Kohn has a face-saving, and we all call it EV and move on. How do you think it is possible for this thing to go through like that? Or you think they're going to go with this newfound thing or going to the Supreme Court a second time, what have you?
Libra.
Yes.
You can be accused of starting the fire and be the same person who is going to put it off. Once the president continues to be the one that comes before Fonati Kofa to settle this thing, it will not work. Because Fonati Kofa have an impression that what is happening to him is sponsored by the president. And this is why they keep making mistakes. This is why the problem keep coming. Because the president is trying to solve the problem Even in his speech, he said you connecting traditional people. You can't be using people that are working under the government to solve the problem. You cannot do that. The only thing the strategy you can do is withdraw yourself from the whole thing and involve the very people that Fonati listens to, like Tiawon Gonglo, Madam Sirleaf, Jowia. And let's forget about Jowia, because for himself, the whole incident, I don't see him too much involved deeply. So let's leave him one side. Madam Sirleaf, Tiawon Gonglo, other lawyers, permanent lawyers behind the scene, even the Chief Justice behind the scene. Get people involved that you know that Fonati will listen to. But as it stands, Fonati cannot listen to him because Fonati feels that he's the one who causing the problem. So every now and then we hear you say the president called Fonati. Fonati will go there and he will give him something that he will not be able to do, because Fonati will not listen to the president. And that is why there will be a continuation. So you need to call people who Coons listen to and people who Fonati listen to and respect. Speak to him. The person Kun is going to listen to will work with the person Fonati listens to, and they will come to one agreement, and they will share it with the two opposing forces, and then settlement. But in my analysis, based upon my analysis, the only thing I see that Fonati resign, Kun resign. The host go and elect the speaker, and they go on a new footing. If Kun want to run, Kun run. But after the Supreme Court ruling, if Kun can be an honest man, he will say, well, I'm not speaker. The Supreme Court has not recognized me as speaker. So for me, I can stay back, Fonati resign, and we'll go for elections. Simple as that. But this cannot end with Fonati Kofa presiding as speaker. He have to resign. That's the only way the impasse will end. But they have to come to a conclusion where if he resigns, Kun got to also resign. And Kun must be the first person to say, I step aside, I give the seat, and see what Fonati will do. But it has to be people that both people can listen to.
Thank you.
I may be wrong. It could be coming from a small boy who don't know much. So
Thank
don't
you.
listen to
No, you're a grown man. You're a respectable man here on this platform. We appreciate your presence every night. Thank you. Let's go to you, Moses. What will be your closing with the same question, line of questioning? What will be your closing on that? How are you going to wrap it to us?
Well, the thing about it is that I've said continuously that Fanati was voted of no confidence by his colleagues. That's the first thing. So I don't care what Fanati does, he will still have that vote of no confidence by his colleagues, which means he cannot preside over the people who have no confidence in you. This is our country we're talking about. And when you talk about someone speaking as a father and a president, I don't understand. I really didn't get the understanding of that. However, here's my response. When the president speaks, he speaks to the nation. He's speaking as the head of the nation. We might call it father, we might call it president, but he speaks at that same level. Everything that's accepted for him as a father or a president should be the same. Once he opens his mouth, and that's why people say the president doesn't like to speak as much. He takes his time, he meditates. And I'm not giving him a pass. This thing, the only thing that will happen is that this is political. This is no longer constitutional. The negotiations that are taking place because of political reasons. It cannot be the Constitution. The Supreme Court interpreted the Constitution to go back to Article 49. That said, they have the right to vote their speaker in a two-third majority vote, which is 49. What happened to get to that process is what politics is. And it needs to take politicking to do that.
Thank you.
Fanati.
Go ahead. When I say thank you, I mean time is getting close. That's all. Okay. I don't know why you guys still haven't recognized that yet. When I say thank you, I mean you got about 30 seconds.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so for me, it's not about if we're saying that Kun is not the speaker by virtue of not having the 49 votes, but they still work with him. He doesn't need to resign. What he needs to do is continue the negotiation, see who can convey the quorum, and let the presentation happen to the entire General Assembly, which is the legislators. They're going to vote and vote in the speaker. If who got 49, if who got 45 supporters now, and 3 can come from the other side to join to make it 49, or 4 can come from the other side, then he becomes then we know that the process went on. But politics need to take its course, and I think that's what they need to do. Everybody needs to put their big boy pants on and sit down and let politics take its course. The president cannot interfere in that politics. And people keep saying let Buckeye call the people for them to resolve this issue. The executive is not supposed to interfere.
Thank you. Thank you, Mose. Thank you. Jared, take us home.
Oh, thank you. It was a marvelous show tonight. I told you I rescued him later. He couldn't rescue you, so let's get that one off the air. So that's one of the things. So let's get it clear.
How will rescue with 2 security analysts? How? Why I can be 2 security analysts? I don't get no power.
You see, the late Warren Aratova said, ignorance is a disease. Mm-hmm. Then in the Bassa Dollar said that you must do anything you don't know, you're stupid. Because it's beyond your comprehension. You know, so that's the Bassa doctrine. Say that you say you know something, you're stupid because it's beyond your comprehension, so you're stupid. But here's the thing. The legal aspect of it, and I'll go back again. When there's a fire, especially the magnitude of where the fire originated from, we treat it as a crime scene, as a crime has been committed. And until we can prove it otherwise, whether it's electrical, whether it was accidental, then we can come up with a conclusion. But as it is from the initial stage, you treat it as on a crime scene. It's a crime scene. Full stop. There's no if and a about it until you can prove it and say, okay, it's not an arson. But when people say, oh, how you can't, you not make a decision, you didn't do the investigation. That's not how investigation work. That's not how investigation work. Everybody in the eyes of the law, you are a suspect until otherwise will eliminate you. Period. So when the fire happened, everybody in that building, they are all suspect, in my view, and most of the security people will agree, those are listening to us. That's what investigation is all about. So the president, as the president of the nation, yes, let's go to Delaware. When that bridge got hit by the ship that were coming.
That was in Maryland.
In Maryland. But the first thing everybody thought is a terrorist attack until they came to realize and say, no, it's not a terrorist, it was accidental. So that's what happened first. You put it under that context to do an investigation until the investigation can come and say, you know what, this is not what happened. So this, I think, when it happened, the first thing is, are you look at it from the criminal perspective? So all the elements are in there. So it wasn't the preview of the president say, you know what, the hooligan, we're not going to allow it to happen in this country. So folks, the president is doing a good job. He's marvelous. He's going to be there. When 2029 comes, we'll get to that bridge, we'll cross it. But we're making the preparation now for 2029 anyway, so don't worry about that.
Thank you. Again, folks.
Thank
you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
What?
Fatuma Sherry says she's running 2029.
Okay, you want me to be your campaign manager? Call me. I'll be your consultant. I'll be your strategy.
Hey, I want to thank all of you. I think these type of conversation for me, I enjoy them. And that's what we do here. We don't give ground when we believe in it. We speak our mind and stick with it. We appreciate that. We appreciate that because if a community is unable to have conversation about important issue like this, and everybody decide to keep it within themselves before you look something happen, then those who were supposed to speak out, they become they take side and start supporting on the wrong things. And that's how the Civil War, when it started, it became almost like a wildfire. If Liberia had this type of situation we have now, the type of social media we have now, and start discussing the 1985 election, and start discussing Doe and the PRC involvement in Liberia, people start discussing. You know, so the more you have conversation, the less it is that you keep things in your heart because you speak up and get your point across. With that, I want to thank you guys very much. Let's join Mr. So tomorrow. I'm driving tomorrow. I'll be on the road tomorrow. Tomorrow nighttime like this, I should be in Ohio, and Thursday I will be broadcasting live from Ohio, of course. And so we will still send a link out. We have the ability to do all of that. We'll take all our broadcasting too. We'll travel with it like a suitcase anyway. So we'll carry those stuff with us to have the broadcast because we have to come on air. It doesn't matter where you are. This is something we do. We decide to do it, and we'll be able to do it whenever opportunity is there. I want to thank you guys very much, Terry. Thank you for showing up again. Let's join Mr. So tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I might not be able to join you guys. I'm being invited. Grand Jide having a convention next week, and so next week Grand Jide having a convention, and I'm being invited on a show to talk about that convention. I was asked by the current president to lead a group of Grand Jide to do a project in Grand Jide County. And I want to discuss that project as an engineer from engineering perspective. I want to discuss that project. Hopefully this time around they will do it because these people have a tendency whenever they ask me to do a project, and I will come and do a fine drawing, beautiful drawing thing. As soon as they see those things there, I spend hours and hours and hours. Then when they're ready to start confusion, they don't go nowhere.
The people listening to you.
Yeah?
The people listening to you.
All right, guys.
I want to talk to. The people I'm talking to. Every time they ask me to do it project, I do it. When it finish, they don't do anything with it. So this time around, I think they're serious, and so we got ourselves involved.
That's
thank
a good
you,
thing,
guys. Yeah, thank you. We'll say
Yeah.
good night to you as well.
Good night, man.
Okay, yeah, good night.
Okay. Again, folks, Samson told Labrador Pub Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight. Please join us tomorrow on Mr. Soul Show. Hopefully we'll be there. Like I said, I will be traveling from Sacramento to the East Coast tomorrow. So it's a wonderful thing when I'm going back to the East Coast. I don't like it when it's snow over there, but I'm not going to snow. I think it's a good weather over there now. So we'll be in Ohio, and we will be going to Grand Jide Association convention this year around, and we will be participating fully. Thank you, and I'll say good night to all of you. Good night, folks.
Dieu Seigneur, acclame ça. Rachel de Kibo, je adé. Oh, après Gogo, Yaliwa, Bagno, Yalia pour la femme. Avec Gogo, Yali. Avec Gogo, Yali, Stéphane Soko. Oh, après Nana, I'm a Ngara Gogo, Yaliwa, Stéphane Soko, ya pour la femme. Aïe, Gogo, Yaliwa. I'm an American Sawa. I'm America, very kitty, papa, I don't get by your secret. I'm a pie. See, you are playing. We are the Ale paño e por bravo. Hey, ao. Baba si señor wo ale na melini paka. Baba si señor wo ale na melini. Waya. Ale na yu e por bravo. Abrile modo nyali. Yo so ma de jogure. Amro ayo. Ade wa ba bere wa sa wa ba bere. Abawe mabani. Ni ama. Abawe mabani. Abara su wa gbira ba yo. Abira ni ka bere titi baba. Aja tubo ọ̀pá